Hello and welcome to Harvard Stadium in Boston, Massachusetts for tonight's NWSL matchup between the visiting Portland Thorns and the Boston Breakers. Alongside Catherine Donnelly, I'm Scott Sudikoff. We welcome you to the stadium tonight. For tonight's broadcast, the Thorns come in at 4-2-2 overall, 14 points, currently in fourth place in the NWSL. They come off of a 1-0 loss this past Saturday. An 84th minute goal scored by Kelly O'Hara gave Sky Blue the 1-0 win over Portland in Portland this past weekend. Meanwhile, the Breakers on Sunday night, coming off of another loss, their fourth consecutive defeat, a final of 2-0 against FC Kansas City, and the Breakers are now 0-3 to begin their 5-game homestand here, game number 4 tonight with Portland. The Breakers 1-6-0 overall, and at the bottom of the standings with just the 3 points overall on the year. Looking at the Portland side, the player to watch in this one is the 26-year-old forward Jessica McDonald.
Portland will be looking for McDonald to have another strong game. Last year she bounced around between a couple teams. She had 3 goals on the season. This year she has 5 goals already, which is second most in the league. She had an okay game Saturday, so she'll definitely be looking to come back and have a strong performance tonight against Boston, especially with Morgan's return on the horizon to really solidify her position with the team.
And over on the Boston side, we take a look at Heather O'Reilly, who has scored 2 goals and has 1 assist so far on the year.
Yep, number 9 for the Breakers. Like you said, she has 2 goals and an assist on the season. She's 6th in the league with shots on goals with 11. She's the veteran of the team. They'll be looking for her in her leadership role again. If they want to come back from this 3-game losing streak and really turn the season around, today's the game to do it, so they'll be looking for a strong performance from her. Absolutely.
So the Thorns at 4-2-2, the Breakers at 1-6-0. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening kickoff coming up next, live from Boston. Boston Breakers Soccer is brought to you by Steward Health, the title sponsor of the Boston Breakers. Visit steward.org for more information. By Cat Sports Performance Center, the official performance training provider of the Breakers. Visit catsports.com for more info. By TCG Network Services, the official IT service provider of the Breakers. Check out tcgns.com for more. By Bertucci's, a proud partner and the official restaurant of the Boston Breakers. By We Got Soccer, the nation's largest soccer specialty store. Visit wegotsoccer.com for more info. By the University Sports Complex, the largest sports facility in all of New England. Visit uhanover.com for more info. By Minuteman Health, a health insurance company governed by you. Learn how to enroll at minutemanhealth.org. By the CIP Group, visit www.askcip.com. And by Rockland Trust, a community bank serving families and businesses throughout Massachusetts. Visit rocklandtrust.com for more info. The NWSL is brought to you by the National Guard, by Nike, and by the U.S. Soccer Foundation. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harvard Stadium in Boston. A couple of moments away from the opening kickoff, Portland Thorns FC and the Boston Breakers tonight. Portland comes in at 4-2-2, 14 points, currently in 4th place in the NWSL. The Breakers on a 4-game losing streak at 1-6-0, and in last place right now with just the 3 points so far. The lone victory against Sky Blue back on April 27th. Taking a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First for the visiting Thorns from Portland. They go with Nikki Marshall, Angie Kerr, Allie Long, Christine Sinclair, Jessica McDonald, who we spotlighted in the Open, tied for 3rd in the league in goals with 5. She's tied with Washington's Diana Matheson. Kat Tarr, Emily Menges, Amber Brooks, Sinead Farrelly, and Courtney Niemiec. The starters for Portland, and in goal for the Thorns is Nadine Angerer, the 35-year-old German international, making her 9th start of the season. She is 2nd in the league with a 0.75 goals against average. Portland is coached by Paul Riley. He's in his 1st season. And now we take a look at the Breakers starting lineup, and it is very different than what you're used to if you are a Breakers fan. We go through the lineup from top to bottom. Courtney Jones, Kat Whitehill, Jasmine Avant, Jasmine Reeves making her 2nd start, Julie King starting again for the 8th time this year. And here you'll see a lot of the changes. Bianca D'Agostino, Chelsea Stewart, Maddie Evans, Ashley Grove, and Kem Ezerike starting in just her 2nd game overall for the Breakers. Alyssa Nair is in goal for the 8th time this season, so not in the starting lineup to begin this game. Heather O'Reilly, Leanne Sanderson, Joanna Lohman, Lisa Devanna not available today, serving the 1-game suspension for her red card. Christy Mewis also not in the starting lineup. So head coach Tom Durkin going with a different look for the Breakers, as you see Nadine Angerer in goal, her numbers for Portland. But Catherine, we talked about this off the air when the game ended on Sunday, kind of discussing what can this team do to get things going, and you sort of mentioned in passing it might be time to give the other players on the bench a chance at starting and seeing how they do.
You know, desperate times call for desperate measures. We've been talking about every game that they've been looking for, you know, a spark to get them out of this drought. So with 8 or 9 new faces coming to the starting lineup, even I can see Courtney Jones in the middle there. You know, even different positions are coming in now. So they'll be looking for one or a few of these new faces to come in and be that spark, and you know, hopefully get them out of this drought and back on track.
There you see Alyssa Nair. The goals against average not very good, but she's 2nd in the league in total saves with 34. She had a couple of saves against FC Kansas City this past Sunday, but she's also had 10 saves in a game once this year. That was back against Chicago 2 weeks ago. Portland in the white, moving right to left. The Breakers in the home blue, left to right, and we are underway at Harvard Stadium in Boston. It is overcast and very chilly for May 28th. It's about 48 degrees in Boston right now. So these two teams will be a little bit cold on the field as Breakers trying to turn a quick turnover into an opportunity as Jasmine Reeves corrals the pass on the near right side. Going against Emily Menges. And right off the bat, the Breakers will have a corner kick.
Looks like Bianca D'Agostino's heading over there to take it for them.
Breakers in the midst of a 5-game homestand. So far 0-3. And in a spurt of 7 of 9 games at home. We've talked about every single one of these broadcasts having to try to take advantage of these home games early in the year. They haven't done so yet. D'Agostino with the corner right in the middle of the box, and that shot goes way up high and out of play. Julie King has scored this season.
She almost scored last game. It was called back, though. That would have been her 2nd pro goal, 2nd on the year as well.
Again, a turnover, and the Breakers look to move up the field. Jasmine Reeves. The cross gets through to the 6, tapped in and scored. And the Breakers take a 1-0 lead in the second minute. And the goal, I believe, scored by Kem Ezerike. Her first professional goal. Mark that one down for sure.
University of Michigan Wolverine.
So right within the first couple of minutes, the changes in the starting lineup pay right off. Jasmine Reeves with the cross. Got through there, and Ezerike tapped it in.
Perfect cross right across the goalie's blind side, and she's there to put it away. And there's the spark we were talking about. And now this is the part where the Breakers have struggled this season, is keeping a lead once they have it.
Second minute, Ezerike scores her first professional goal. And she's the career leader in goals at Michigan, so she's used to scoring.
Yep, she's the number 8 overall draft pick this year as well.
Jasmine Reeves with her first assist.
And so far this season, the Thorns have only given up 6 goals in 8 games, so there's their 7th goal they've given up.
Yeah, very strong defensive team.
Definitely.
Are the Thorns. This one will roll all the way out. Be a goal kick for Alyssa Nair.
Coach Durkin's probably feeling pretty good about his decision right now.
So far, so good. Of course,
Yeah.
it's already only less than 4 minutes, but to get a goal in that first 2 minutes of play, and that was coming off the first really time down the field. They gained the corner kick and had a shot. Here's Jessica McDonald, plays it back. And now a long pass ahead. And again, Nair, this time will be able to take control of it very easily and move it along. It'll come all the way to Chelsea Stewart. Stewart with the right foot. And the pass easily taken back by Portland and turned over again. Jasmine Reeves for D'Agostino, and looking to go to the middle of the field to Jones. That pass intended for Allie Long, knocked away. Excuse me, into Fitzgerald. McDonald. There's no Fitzgerald. I don't know who Fitzgerald is. Sorry about that. Random name in my head.
It's the cold.
Can't blame it on that. It's not that bad. We are behind.
It is for me.
We are behind a window, a pane of glass. D'Agostino for Reeves, bringing it out wide, trying to tap it by the defender, Menges. This time Menges takes it away.
Nice job defending that.
21-year-old, played collegiately at Georgetown. Emily Menges has started all 9 games for Portland. As you see, Bianca D'Agostino, who was starting her first game of the year, has appeared now in 6. As Qatar with the free kick. It was a foul on Boston. Allie Long being harassed there by D'Agostino. If you just tuned in, you missed it, second minute. Goal scored by Kem Ezerike from Jasmine Reeves as the Breakers on top 1-0. Portland playing in its 3rd match in the last 8 days. Breakers playing their 3rd and 10.
So quick turnaround for both teams.
This goes out for a Boston throw-in. Portland played on Saturday. The Breakers here on Sunday. Throw-in from Stewart, intended for Reeves, got headed away. Kat Whitehill steps up to head it forward. Bouncing around now. Courtney Jones looking for it. Portland has not had any offensive pressure yet in the first 7 minutes of this one. Allie Long trying to one-touch that forward to McDonald. Now the foul called on Boston. Free kick here for Amber Brooks. Gets her right foot into it, sending it all the way to the top of the 6 where Alyssa Nair makes the play. Portland, of course, the defending champions of the NWSL, winning in the inaugural season last year. As Ungerer comes out of the box to then tap it in and be able to pick it up. Thorns are so far undefeated on the road, 2-0-2 the record. Both of the Thorns' losses this year have come at home, where without a doubt they probably have the best home field advantage in the entire league in terms of definitely crowd support. I believe this past weekend it was 14,000 about in attendance.
Oh.
Here's Courtney Jones. Taps it to Reeves.
Just looking for a 1-2 there.
Chelsea Stewart playing in her third start for the Breakers. On the near side, Kat Tarr battling with Stewart. And Tarr gets called for the foul. She had a handful of Stewart's jersey. Stewart, 24 years old, from Denver, Colorado.
And this will be Boston's first free kick of the game.
Stewart, a member of the Canadian national team, has made more than 40 appearances for Canada. As Kat Whitehill tees it up. Trying to send it towards the far side of the box. Got headed out and rolls out of bounds. It'll be a Boston throw-in. Breakers again. Heather O'Reilly, Leanne Sanderson, Joanna Lohman, among others, not in the starting lineup today for the first time all season.
It's working out for them so far, so good, though.
Second minute goal. Ezrique from Reeves. Pass center to Sinclair. And that gets tapped out of bounds as McDonald couldn't control it. Ezrique setting it into space, letting Reeves go after it. Ungerer comes way out to clear it. Stewart plays it back for King. King trying to connect with Jones. Portland takes it. Menges will play it back for Ungerer. Pass connects on that far sideline.
Nice job switching the fields there.
Farrelly had it knocked away. Ezrique takes it. Ezrique looking for an option and leaves it off instead.
Ezrique earned her first cap with the Canadian women's national team this March, so just recently. Not too long ago.
March the 5th at the Cypress Cup. Tar able to play it forward. McDonald trying to go after it. King got there first. Stewart with a little bit of a miss hit. Portland trying to take advantage. Can't do so. Coming out of the pack with it, D'Agostino. D'Agostino gets right back in there to knock it, have it deflect out, and it was last touched by the foot of Allie Long. Ashley Groves sending a wide there to the far side, but Maddie Evans couldn't track it down.
It's a good idea, just a little too hard there.
So other than the goal, Catherine, what have you seen from really, new players for the most part out on the field for Boston?
Yeah, Coach Riley said all week that they knew this would be a tough game. They didn't think Boston would be easy. I don't think he thought this was the starting lineup he'd be facing necessarily, but again, that spark we've been looking for. I just think that there's kind of a change in their attitude on the field tonight. These players want to earn a playing time, even a starting position at that. So
you have to wonder how players like O'Reilly and Sanderson, Lohman feel on the bench right now, watching it, because they're probably itching to get back on the field.
Sure, I'm sure that's part of the reason why he did it, is to light a fire underneath them. But I think at the end of the day too, you want your team to have success. So I'm sure they're happy that they have a lead, and if they come away with a win tonight, I'm sure they'll be happy. But it'll be an interesting week of practice after this, and then for the next game to see what will happen.
Free kick here for the Breakers. To the top of the box, got headed out. We're in the 14th minute, 1-0 Boston. Second minute goal scored by Cam Ezerique, assisted by Jasmine Reeves. That one played through. Jessica McDonald at the edge of the box, gaining control. Avant lost her footing, left foot got blocked. That was King. Trying to connect there, deflects to Jasmine Reeves. As Ezerique streaking down the middle of the field. Reeves makes the pass to D'Agostino. D'Agostino trying to go to her right, and good defense from behind to take it away. Chelsea Stewart steps up to keep things alive. And Qatar gets it away. It'll be out for a Boston throw-in, but Breakers able to keep the pressure on. Stewart with the right foot to the top of the box. Ezerique trying to turn with it. Being chased by Courtney Nemec. Long range shot goes wide. It'll be a Portland goal kick, but without a doubt, these first 15 minutes, a much different Breakers team on the field right now.
Yeah, it's been in the Portland side of the field for most of this game so far, which is exactly what the Breakers wanted to do, and they're doing a good job of it so far.
Angerer with the goal kick, 4th in the league in saves, 2nd in goals against. Avant with the pressure coming from Sinclair. The turnover of McDonald, Nair down, bounced out around, and cleared out from the box by Avant.
That was a scary moment for the Breakers there.
McDonald was looking for her 6th goal of the season there.
On the flip side, too, this probably isn't the starting lineup that the Thorns thought they'd have coming into this season. There's still a handful of players that, haven't started or coming from international play or coming back from injuries, including Alex Morgan, obviously. And, somehow they still have a 4-1-2 record with the players they didn't necessarily think that they'd have starting this season.
You have McDonald on the throw-in for Portland. Whitehill gets up, heads it out. That gets deflected up And coming down on the near side. And Portland will have the throw-in right there at the corner. Allie Long with the cross, and a good job again defensively, this time by Julie King. Left foot cross to the far post, going up for the header attempt, McDonald. Goal kick here for Nair. So the Thorns finally able to get some offensive pressure. The last couple of minutes after the Breakers dominated the first 15 minutes. Alongside former Breaker Catherine Donnelly, I'm Scott Sudikoff. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's matchup here, Portland and Boston, on a chilly spring evening in the city of Boston.
Certainly doesn't feel like spring. Feels like winter.
48 degrees we had at game time. Now down to 46, so not too much worse. Have a throw in for Boston on the far side. Breakers scoring in the second minute. Kem Ezerike from Jasmine Reeves. As Jasmine Avant will throw it in. Avant did not play the last two games after starting the first five. Reeves had Ezerike there, but
a little too much on that pass.
blocked down by Avant. Able to get by Long. Breakers will switch fields with it. Chelsea Stewart trying to play it along, gets it to D'Agostino. Now a race for the ball, Jones against Menges. Menges wins it for the time being. Jones trying to keep her trapped there in the corner. It will be a goal kick now for Ungerer. Misconnection on that pass gives the possession back to Boston. King sends it forward. Reeves going up for it. Can't make the play.
Thorns just having a tough time getting out of their end. There they go, switching the field now.
Avant comes over to knock that one out. And now Boston be whistled for a foul. Portland only 2 goal scorers on the season. McDonald with the 5. The other 4 scored by Allie Long. As Long here with the free kick. McDonald went up for it, couldn't get a head on it. Now here's Angie Kerr, plays it into the box. At the top, Farrelly plays it out for Long. Now along the edge of the box, the cross goes off of Avant. And that'll be a corner kick for Portland. Allie Long second in the league in corner kicks with 48 coming into today's game. 4 goals, 1 assist. That deflects way outside of the box, and D'Agostino races after it on the far sideline, keeps it in. Plays it along, intended for Reeves, and got deflected out by Farrelly. Matty Evans gets it to Grove. Grove away from Long. Ashley Grove looking to set up a pass. Desirike with a left foot wide of the post.
Almost with her second of the night.
See, Ungerer had a little bit of direction for her teammates after that went wide. McDonald knocked out by Avant. McDonald, 26 years old, played at North Carolina. 5 goals leading Portland this year.
And that's pretty impressive considering she only had 3 in total in the whole season last year. So
D'Agostino letting Avant go get it. Evans back to Avant. Now for Ashley Grove. D'Agostino turning back to the middle of the field. Reeves gives it to Jones, trying to streak towards the net. Comes all the way back to Avant. Now Evans. And Avant overlaps. Get the throw in for Boston. Evans keeping it alive for Courtney Jones. Jones into the box, right-footed shot, the save, and Reeves will put it in. 2-0 Boston.
you can see the joy in their faces. Feels good to get another one under their belt right now.
Reeves with the assist on the first goal, scores here to make it 2-0 Boston.
You could feel a goal leading up to that, though. The Breakers had great possession, not forcing anything, connecting really well, and she does a good job following it up there to put it away.
Ungerer made the save on the initial shot there. And then on the rebound, couldn't do much to stop the second chance. 2-0 Breakers.
Historically, the Breakers have outscored Portland 6-2, all time. And like I was telling you before the game, they've scored at least 2 goals every time they've played them, which we didn't know if that would happen tonight. But there you go. There's 2.
It's one of those things you've kind of washed away because of many different players on the field right now.
For sure.
As Kat Tarr looking to cross it and gains the corner kick.
You hear it so many times, though. 2-0 is, one of the scariest leads to have in soccer. So a true test for the Breakers and, these fresh faces to not give up a goal in the next few minutes.
I don't know. I would argue 1-0 would be a little scarier. I do understand what it means, though, is at the top of the 6th. Portland trying to get right back into it. Nair on the ground, able to cover it up.
There's the first test.
Problem sometimes with a 2-0 lead is you tend to rest on your laurels a little bit, let the other team get some momentum, score a quick goal, and then things completely change from there. And Portland almost played to that script right there, almost able to put one in almost immediately after the second goal by Boston. D'Agostino ahead for Reeves. A lot of space for Jasmine Avant now. Avant will take it, streaking up the far sideline, now cuts it back in. Right foot serving it towards Courtney Jones. Portland looking to do something here. Good pass to Angie Kerr. Kerr looking for the shot. Grove with Sinclair coming after her. Reeves plays it to the near side for Stewart. Now Stewart will just send it down to Ungerer. Reeves looking for the turnover. D'Agostino gets in the way, ahead for Reeves. Reeves plays it into space for Courtney Jones. She's onside. Jones with a right foot, high and wide.
She wants to get that one back. That was a great run by Courtney Jones, though.
Jones looking for her second goal of the season. It stays 2-0 Breakers for the time being in the 29th minute. Jessica McDonald on the run against King. McDonald cuts it inside of the box, taps it over. The left-footed shot blocked down.
The ref gets in the way a little bit there.
Portland, I think, calling for a handball as Long will send that wide. Another look at the shot. This is the Courtney Jones shot just a few moments ago. She had her spot picked. Nair lets that one bounce to her. And they'll whistle a foul on Kat Tarr for her hand in the back of D'Agostino. Breakers scored in the second minute as Enrique from Reeves, and then Reeves scored in the 25th minute to make it 2-0 Breakers. Allie Long against two Breakers, trying to work her way through. Popped loose for D'Agostino. Grove, play it back for Avant. Avant up the center of the field. Trying to play it through as Jones made a run. It gets deflected to the near side. D'Agostino and Reeves. Reeves to D'Agostino. Reeves with the cross. Gets headed out from the top of the six. D'Agostino trying to volley that one, but couldn't get her foot on it well enough. Evans got to it first for Boston, but turned it over to Angie Kerr. Fairly to Kerr. Kerr chips it out to the far side edge of the box. King knocked it away first. As they battle there, Courtney Nemec along with King. Is Enrique to Reeves. Had trouble with it initially. We'll play it back.
Nice job switching fields there by Maddie Evans.
Here's Stewart. D'Agostino. Jones. Stewart can't control it along the sideline, heading into the corner. And it's a goal kick. Jones turning to the middle of the field, gets it to D'Agostino. Trying to connect with Reeves. Now Portland trying to turn it into offense. McDonald's pass is off target. Stewart, the long pass. Reeves not there in time.
Well played by Marshall, back to the goalie there.
Farrelly. Bounces around a bit. Long. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald has Sinclair entering the box in the middle of the field. And that will be a corner for Portland.
And Sinclair, oddly enough, hasn't scored yet this season, so she's looking for her first goal in the season tonight as well.
She's played every minute so far for Portland. She is third in the league in shots on goal. As Allie Long will take the corner kick.
You know, Coach Riley also said coming into the match tonight that he's really looking for his midfield.
Well, that goes all the way through, and that shot goes up high. Got deflected, I believe. Amber Brooks, a great-looking play there from Portland. They had a couple players let it go purposely. And you had Brooks sneaking in and have the corner kick now from the near side. Take a look at this. And Kerr let it go. Fairly let it go, and left it for Amber Brooks. This corner kick is cleared out by Azarique. Deflects off the stands and back into the field of play, but it'll be a Portland throw-in. Jones had it taken by Menges. Now Farrelly. Play it back for Nikki Marshall. Trying to go onto the far side of the field. Maddie Evans got in the way. Bounces back down for Portland. Comes back to the near side now. Kat Tarr. D'Agostino with the slide tackle. Plays it down the sideline as Azarique will have Menges knock it out of bounds. Azarique. Marshall will help protect Ungerer there with Jasmine Reeves coming after it. Into the 36th minute of play. Breakers led 1-0, less than 2 minutes into this one. Azarique from Reeves, and then Reeves, about 23 minutes later, made it 2-0 Breakers. Portland looking to get on the board. Across there, Evans will kick it out. Heather O'Reilly, Leanne Sanderson, Joanna Lohman not starting in this one for the Breakers for the first time all season. As Coach Tom Durkin shaking things up, and it's worked out so far.
Here's another corner kick for Portland.
It'll be their fourth. Portland had 7 corner kicks on Saturday against Sky Blue. 1-0 loss. It comes down McDonald with a free open side of the net there because
wide open there.
Nair was really far outside of the 6, but the Breakers defensively, though, were lined up to make sure she didn't really have a clear view of the goal and couldn't get something off clean. Leads to another corner kick, though. McDonald with the header. Nair got her hand on it.
That was a close one. And they'll have another corner kick out of it.
3 in a row now for Portland. Knocking on the door. McDonald had it perfectly placed.
Perfectly placed. And here's a short corner kick for them now.
Amber Brooks thought about teeing one up there. Nikki Marshall gets hit hard by Courtney Jones. And Jones will pick up the yellow card. That'll be her 4th of the year.
I was going to say, she's had a couple so far.
Marshall, a little look up at her. Now Portland has a free kick. See if they can take advantage. Try for McDonald's header again. That was up over the crossbar. I don't think Nair got a piece of it.
No, it'll be a goal kick.
They ruled that she didn't. First of 3 meetings between these two teams this year. The next one will be in Portland, July the 20th. Before the two teams play here again on August 10th. And with this brief little, I guess, timeout on the field, Kat Whitehill.
What's going on? She's not happy about it.
Having an argument with.
Maybe saying she has to put her gloves on the sideline. She has to come off to do that because she took her gloves off.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever seen that happen before. So I guess I'll be man down for.
Well, she's back on.
Oh,
already.
is she? Okay.
She's already back. All she had to do was just put her gloves down and come back in. Courtney Jones against Marshall on the far side. Goes out of bounds for a Boston throw-in. I was going to say that the July 20th game will be the first game on the new NWSL ESPN package. It'll be on ESPN2.
Very exciting.
Sunday, July 20th in Portland.
Here comes Jones.
Announced today. There will be 6 regular season games and the semifinals and the championship. Be on ESPN2 or ESPN3. The lone game the Breakers are in will be that one at Portland. Portland will have a couple of others.
There's a late call on that.
Foul going on Portland in the 41st minute. Whitehill. Served into the box, but not on target. Breakers playing 7 of 9 at home. This is game number 4 of 5 straight. They'll take on Washington this Sunday and then be at Kansas City before Washington and Seattle come to Harvard Stadium. Ezerike
taken down. that a red card?
A red card being issued.
Well, it could have been a clear scoring opportunity for the Breakers, so here's the replay. Oh, yeah.
Qatar issued the red card in the 42nd minute as Ezerike was streaking towards the box.
So this, I'm assuming, will be a direct kick. So I wouldn't be surprised if Whitehill tries to put this right on target. Portland has 5 people on the wall.
About 25 yards out for Cat Whitehill. And they'll go
Way over.
way out of play. But now Portland, player down the rest of the game. Has Qatar off on the red card in the 42nd minute. And the Breakers on top 2-0. Goals by Ezerike and Reeves.
And speaking of red cards, at least Devanna has one.
Yep, serving
this season as well.
Serving the suspension for this game.
Yep. So she'll be back after tonight as well.
'44th minute. D'Agostino takes it back upfield for Boston. To Jones. She ran into Farrelly there and lost it. McDonald. Try to tap it out there. It'll be a Portland throw-in for Emily Menges. Long plays it out to that far side.
We're into the last minute of regulation before stoppage time's announced.
Now Jones. Courtney Jones.
There's her speed.
Has Reeves to her right. Plays it through to Jasmine Reeves. Going in on Onger with the right foot. Scores it for the second time today. And it's 3-0 Boston.
It's a perfectly played ball by Jones and a perfectly placed shot by Reeves.
2 goals tonight for Jasmine Reeves and an assist. This one coming in the 45th minute from Courtney Jones.
Nice chip there.
Breakers with 3 goals tonight. And entering the game, and only scored 7 on the year.
And if Coach Durkin wasn't smiling after the first goal, he's certainly smiling now.
As you've seen, Reeves and Ezerike, and Reeves playing in her 4th game, Ezerike in just her 2nd game. Reeves, 22-year-old from Virginia Tech, college draft pick. Had 11 goals this past season for the Hokies. And we talked about Ezerike, the career leader in goals at Michigan, and just had her first appearance for the Canadian national team back in March. Paying dividends in the starting lineup here tonight. Game number 8 of the season. Breakers looking to break through. Not for their first win, but for their second win, of course, 1-6, but trying to snap a 4-game losing streak and pick up another win at home. 2 minutes of extra time. Portland going to try to get on the board, McDonald. And there's Nair to snare it. Breakers were shut out against Kansas City on Sunday, and then the lone goal they had the Sunday before against Chicago was a penalty kick goal. So it had been a while since in the flow of action the Breakers had scored. Almost 2 full weeks. And the whistle blows to end the first half.
Oh.
No, it is not to end the first half. What is it for?
I'm not sure. Looks like a free kick.
I think
Must have
Unger
missed that.
played the ball out of the box. I think that's
There's a lot of lines on this field, so
I think that is the chatter we're hearing down the press box here, and we've seen that happen here. And yes, there are a lot of lines on the field. We are aware. We could give you a breakdown of what all the lines are, but I don't think you all care.
Football,
you can tell the football ones
soccer,
for sure. 2 different lacrosse lines, 2 different men's and women's.
Yep. Here's Whitehill. Sails over again.
And now
There we go.
the whistle to end the first half of play. Well, if you're Portland, it couldn't come soon enough, and if you're Boston, you kind of wish you were still playing, as the Breakers score 3 goals in the first half. Started in the second minute, Kem Ezerike, and then Jasmine Reeves adding 2 goals in the 25th and 45th minutes. First 2 goals of the year for Reeves, first goal of the year for Ezerike, and the Breakers, after just 7 goals so far on the season in 7 games, have 3 in the first half tonight. Boston 3, Portland 0. That's your score at halftime. We'll take a break, come back, and have highlights, stats, and the second half of action for you, live from Boston.
My senior year, though, I was the only one to get a yellow card. Oh, sorry.
The broadcast of this match is authorized by the Boston Breakers. Any rebroadcast or retransmission under the use of any image, sound, account, or description without the express written permission of the club is strictly prohibited. Tonight's match was produced by Torbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the Boston Breakers. Welcome back, everybody, to Harvard Stadium. Score at halftime, Boston 3 and Portland 0. The Breakers with 3 first-half goals after just 7 goals on the season entering the game today. And the Breakers with a very different starting lineup, a lot of changes, pays dividends early. First goal of the game was scored in the 2nd minute. See it, Kem Ezerique scoring from Jasmine Reeves. Another look at it, Reeves to Ezerique, and that made it 1-0 less than 2 minutes in. And then 2-0, the score was made as Courtney Jones had her first shot saved by Nadine Angerer, but tapped in by Jasmine Reeves. 2-0 the score. And then 3-0 here in the 45th minute. Reeves on the pass from Jones beats Angerer. And that's how it is now, 3-0 as we get set to go towards the second half. Alyssa Nair had a big save on this header by Jessica McDonald, able to tap it up over the crossbar. And we had a red card in the first half, as you see Kat Tarr taking down Ezerique. And the red card issued to Kat Tarr, so she is out of the game, and the Thorns will be down to 10 players the rest of this one. 3-0 the Breakers leading Portland, as the second half is a few minutes from getting underway. Don't miss our next broadcast, as the Breakers will take on Washington this coming Sunday. And that game will kick off at 6:30, June the 1st. This coming Sunday, that'll wrap up the 5-game homestand for Boston against the Spirit. Washington is currently in 5th place in the league at 4-4-1. Substitution for Portland to begin the second half of play. Amber Brooks will be off, and into the game will be Milena Shim, as Portland and the Breakers still coming back out onto the field. Boston's out there ready to go.
It looks like they have the same 11 players that started the game.
Ezerique and Reeves twice, the goal scorers for Boston. All right, Portland's back on the field. Breakers ready and waiting, as they'll have the possession to begin the second half. 3-0 the score. So the 10 on the field, make that 9 on the field, and the goalie for Portland. With the red card in the first half to Kat Tarr. Second half underway. Scott Sudikoff and Catherine Donnelly. Let's see what Portland can do in the second half.
And this half will be a true test for the Breakers as well. You know, they've played a strong first 45 minutes last game. Their problem has been the second half of most of the game, so let's see if they can complete a full 90 minutes this game. A 3-0 cushion is obviously a good one to have coming into the second half. Let's see if they can hold it up this time.
Not as dangerous as the 2-0 lead.
No, not as dangerous. 3-0's good to have. Good to have.
That ball into space, Sinclair. Trying to get back to it against Julie King. And it'll be a goal kick for Listenaire. Portland will play Western New York on June 7th, so they have a bye coming up. Throw in here for Portland. Avant kept it away from McDonald. Turning with it, Farrelly. Into the box. Left foot towards that far post, near side of the screen.
Be a handball. You know, if there's any question you were saying earlier, the normal starters that are subs here tonight, you know, if, you know, they want, obviously they want to see the team win, but you could see it at halftime. They're coming off huge smiles on their faces, obviously happy for their teammates that are getting the start tonight, and I think they really just want to see their team win and, you know, go upward from here on the season.
Allie Long with the free kick, curls it into the box. Now here Maddie Evans. Able to slip it through and clear it out. Evans. Ezerique trying to turn. Gets it to Courtney Jones. Has her pass taken away. Kerr up the near side for McDonald. Whitehill plays it off. Nemec sends it through. The shot from Sinclair got deflected up into the air, bounces at the top of the 6. Chipped out by Avant.
It was a good chance for Portland, well defended by the Breakers.
Kerr trying to keep it alive. Evans to Avant.
Switch there.
Reeves going after it, gets tripped up. Incidental contact, play continues. It'll be a Boston throw-in at midfield on the far side. Chelsea Stewart. Avant with a lot of space. And now letting Evans try to get to it, but not on the right spot. Goal kick for Ungerer. D'Agostino has some trouble with it.
Thrown for the Breakers over by the Portland bench. Alex Morgan was listed as a sub tonight, but it was said she was seen coming on the second half with sneakers on, so it doesn't look like tonight will be her debut game. Probably next game, Portland will look to have her back.
And again, they don't play again until June 7th.
Yep. Here comes Jones again in her speed.
3-on-3. To Reeves. Ezerike in the box. Reeves trying to cross it there, and it'll be a corner kick for Boston. A combination of Reeves and Ezerike, seeing it for the first time this season, has proved to be a good combination, obviously. All 3 goals.
Yep.
Ezerike with 1 and Reeves the other 2, and Reeves assisting on the Ezerike goal. Also, Courtney Jones, have to give her a lot of credit. She's been involved in 2 of the goals.
And Ezerike almost had a 3rd goal. She was taken down, obviously, where the red card came in. But
Substitution. Portland onto the field is Sarah Huffman. Didn't catch who came off the field. We'll have to get that clarified in a moment. It's a corner kick. Whitehill volleyed it up into the air. Sinclair tapped it to Menges with Reeves, and Reeves able to slide tackle, but it's out. Angie Kerr coming out on that substitution. Allie Long slow to get up here.
And there are a few subs on both benches up and warming up a little bit here.
It'll be interesting to see who comes in for Boston.
Definitely.
With all the changes in the lineup. Trying to go back to McDonald, but it's going the wrong direction. Jones out wide for Reeves. Trying to go back to Jones. Had it deflected by Farrelly. Reeves trying to play it into the box now for Ezerike.
Not a bad idea.
D'Agostino against Long. And offside are the Breakers. In the 56th minute, Breakers with 3 first-half goals. Started in the 2nd minute, Ezerike from Reeves, and then Reeves scoring twice in the first half, and the 2nd goal coming in the 45th minute. A red card in the first half was issued to Kat Tarr of Portland right towards the end, so the Thorns are down a player. Breakers have yet to make a substitution, and again on the bench, normal starters, Heather O'Reilly, Leanne Sanders, and Joanna Lohman. Also Christy Mewis, who has started the 3 games that she has played this year since coming back from injury. Sinclair moving to her right. Right there at the top of the box, quickly put out. And Ezerike, who picks up a foul. Allie Long on the free kick. Curling it to the far post.
Nice header out by Julie King there.
And then Stewart able to completely get it out of the box.
A little bit of a late foul after the ball was already out of bounds there. And there was
Yellow
another
card.
card, yeah. So it's 3 cards this game, is that right? 2 yellows and a red?
Courtney
So far?
Jones has a yellow for
Yep.
Boston. Shim, who just picked up the yellow card, trying to work with it.
Here comes Maddie Evans.
Evans
Little burst of speed there over midfield.
has Ezerike to her left.
Switches fields though.
Comes down to Reeves, plays it into the box.
Nice
Switches to
settle.
her left foot and puts it home.
And there's the hat trick.
Jasmine Reeves makes it 4-0. 3 straight for Reeves after assisting on the goal by Ezerike.
That was a great ball by Maddie Evans against the grain there. And Reeves does a good job to put it away for her 3rd goal of the game. And she gets the hat trick.
This might be a spoiler alert, but Jasmine Reeves, good chance she's going to be the player of the week in the league. It's tough at 3 goals and 1 assist. Still some time left, of course, in the week, but she's already the early favorite. 4-0 Breakers. We're in the 60th minute. Excuse me, that prior yellow card was on Amber Brooks, not Mana Shim.
Oh, I thought it was Shim too.
They announced it as Brooks. 4-0. Boston on top. Jasmine Reeves with the hat trick, along with the assist on the Ezerike goal.
So 4 goals tonight, 6 goals on the season before tonight for Portland.
Reeves did a good job first just to control it with the head, and then able to tap it right to left, open up that shot, and then found the open far post to beat Angerer. And Maddie Evans picking up the assist. Officially in the 59th minute. Substitution coming for Boston, as Kem Ezerike will come out of the game.
Looks like O'Reilly's coming on.
Heather O'Reilly coming in the 61st minute for her first action of the night, and her team has a 4-0 lead. There's a lot to live up to coming into the game right now. Portland looking for one, and they got it. Sinclair, her first of the season, 4-1. Portland grabs the ball, rushing it back to midfield, and they want to keep going, of course.
That's a perfectly low-driven ball to the corner.
First goal of the season for the 30-year-old Sinclair. 4-1.
You know, Coach Riley said she just needs her first one to break out of her little hole there, and then he thinks they're going to start coming. So there's her first one on the season. We'll see if that happens.
Boston Reeves with the pass, the shot, and it's up high. Chelsea Stewart was trying to regain the 4-goal lead for Boston. You had the ball with Reeves. You thought maybe she might try for number 4.
Just to go back, that yellow card was to Shim. We were right. So just to clarify.
So cards on yellow Shim for Shim and the red card to Tar for Portland. And then for Boston, Courtney Jones had a yellow card in the first half.
Nice turn by Evans there.
Starts the breakout and plays it off into space. O'Reilly, she kept it in.
Nice speed by O'Reilly there to keep that in.
To Evans, and now back for Grove. To the far side to Agostino. McDonald gets knocked down.
Wasn't sure if she was offsides there, but she was on.
Gets knocked down just outside of the box.
Portland wanted a call there.
Stepping up there to take it, Nemec. Some contact there as well. And Whitehill will pick up a yellow card. I think she did get her arm up high there, up near the head. Sarah Huffman, who came in as a substitute in this second half. A free kick.
Cleared by Jones there.
Portland will have the throw in again. Scott Sudikoff alongside former Breaker Catherine Donnelly. We're at Harvard Stadium in Boston. Breakers led 3-0 at halftime, and now 4-1. 3 goals for Jasmine Reeves. Portland has scored the last one, though, looking for another. Allie Long has it knocked away by Whitehill. The Portland goal scored a few minutes ago by Christine Sinclair.
Her first of the season. Evans just clearing that one.
Ungerer coming well outside of
Almost
her
at
area.
midfield, yeah.
In the 66th minute, down by 3 goals. Substitution waiting for Boston. Nikki Washington will be coming in. Chelsea Stewart will head out for Boston.
It's their second substitution of the game.
So, you know, O'Reilly and Washington come in for the Breakers.
Here comes Jones.
Jones, in the middle of the field, has O'Reilly to her left. Will play it off to the other side for Reeves. Play on side. Jasmine Reeves looking to cross it to O'Reilly. Jones following it up.
Good build up by the Breakers there. O'Reilly was just one step ahead of that pass.
Oh, that was a Evans into Huffman. I thought, from our vantage point up here, I thought Evans may have caught Huffman up high there with an elbow or shoulder. Luckily, Huffman's back up and okay, and no wrongdoing, I guess.
Good one-touch passing by Portland there, and then they switch the field.
Comes to Shim. Trying to get it to Long. Not on target. Scooped up by Nair.
You know, besides Portland's one goal, I think Nair's been doing a great job in net this game as well.
She's done it most of the season.
Yeah.
Just really needed some help offensively. Would take some pressure off the defense, take the pressure off of her, and say the team exploding for 4 goals. And, you know, 2 players coming into the game that you didn't think were going to be the ones responsible, Reeves and Ezerike. Some trouble there for Avant. Bouncing to Nair. Foul goes on Boston. Portland trying a quick restart, and they just gave it right back.
Right to Evans. That's just cleared by King. Lets the Breakers regroup a little bit here.
Now the question starts to look slightly forward. Don't want to put this one away yet. Still with over 20 minutes left, and right on cue, Portland, the shot from Huffman goes wide, and it was touched by Boston, so it'll be a corner kick. I was about to say, looking towards Sunday, if you're Boston, what happens with the lineup? Because
it's a great question. I don't know.
But again, still 21 minutes of regulation left to play. Portland got the last one. Make it 4-1. Fairley in the corner against Jones. Goes off of Boston. Breakers play Washington on Sunday, a 6:30 start. Portland off until June 7th when they play Western New York. Long forced to play it all the way out.
Nice pressure by D'Agostino there.
Huffman. The cross. Long, the shot blocked.
Nice slide and clear by D'Agostino again.
Reeves couldn't move it forward as Nicky Marshall stepped up. Marshall with the right foot.
Way wide.
Throw-in coming for Boston on the near side. Jasmine Avant. Reeves on a race to the ball with Ungerer coming out. Ungerer stopped it on the ground, able to kick it away.
Great play there.
Nadine Ungerer.
Saves a fourth goal for Reeves. Fifth goal for the Breakers almost.
A good header to Sinclair, and the shot saved by Nair.
And Portland almost has their second goal on the night. Nice save by Nair there.
Keepers on back-to-back plays
Yeah.
in the 72nd minute. Coming up big. Portland trying to keep some pressure on. Of course, playing a player down after Kat Tarr was given a red card in the final minutes of the first half. As the takedown, excuse me, of Kem Ezerike, she was the lone defender left on a scoring chance, and it was, and now another yellow card.
Fourth card on the night.
Take a look at it as Shim was going there, D'Agostino. So D'Agostino with the yellow. Portland a free kick, Allie Long.
There's Julie King on the header again. You know, I've said this if you don't know, Julie King was a dual sport athlete at Auburn. She went back to finish her degree, and she actually got a spot on the basketball team there. So she has some pretty good ups. As you can see, she's on a lot of the headers here.
You see they're stationed right in the middle. Corner kick here for Portland. It comes down to Sinclair tapping with the left foot, and again King with the header. That slides through, out for a goal kick. Kept alive by Marshall for Portland. Coming down to Huffman. Moves it to her left foot. Sending it towards the box. And McDonald there. Substitution now for Portland. As well as Boston. You see Leanne Sanderson coming in for Boston. And I believe it was Courtney Jones coming off.
Yep.
And for Portland, Rebecca Moros has come on. Sinclair to McDonald. McDonald with the cross. Nair goes up and grabs it against Allie Long. O'Reilly getting bumped down, and it'll be a Boston throw-in. It's actually warmed back up to 48 degrees from 46.
Hopefully Sunday will be a little nicer in Boston. So sorry for my sniffling if you can hear that in the microphone. Trying not to.
As Reeves going after, looking for number 4 potentially against Marshall. And Marshall.
Well defended by Marshall there.
Make sure that doesn't happen.
Yep.
Nikki Marshall has played every single solitary second so far this year for Portland. 25-year-old, played collegiately at Colorado.
Just looking ahead to Sunday's match, the weather does say 70 and
Oh,
sunny,
okay.
so
Well, we can only hope.
who knows?
It will be June 1st.
The first official day of summer is soon, I think.
Third week of June, but it's close enough. Close enough.
Wishful thinking.
As Evans banging into Moros there. Play goes on. Some say Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer. McDonald. Lost it to Leanne Sanderson. Moves it to the with the pass to O'Reilly. O'Reilly into the box with the fresh legs.
Nice
Crosses to
pass.
Sanderson, and it goes wide. Well, O'Reilly and Sanderson, the fresh legs coming in here in the second half, and almost made it 5-1.
It's a great blind pass by O'Reilly at the top of the box there.
One other game going on in the NWSL today, and Chicago at Sky Blue, and mentioned a few games ago. We won't give spoilers because we know some fans watch one game and then go watch the other, so that's all we'll tell you. That game happened today. Chicago and Sky Blue. Chicago currently in second place, 16 points, 5-2-1. Sky Blue in seventh at 2-3-4, pending the results of tonight's game.
Miss hit there.
Yeah, she was trying to clear it down the sideline. Breakers scored less than 2 minutes in and have led ever since. Kem Ezerike, her first professional goal. And then Jasmine Reeves scored 2 in the first half, added a third one to make it 4-0 in the second half before Christine Sinclair got on the board for Portland, her first of the year. Huffman, cross blocked down by Avant. And O'Reilly tapped it back to Avant. Avant played with Portland last year before coming over to Boston. Played 4 games at the start of the year. Came to Boston on June the 28th of 2013. The header goes wide. Christine Sinclair had her sights set on a second goal. So we're in the 80th minute now. The Breakers, the 3-goal lead. They've made 2 substitutions. Actually, they've made all 3.
Yep.
O'Reilly, Sanderson, and Washington all coming on here in the second half.
Sanderson and O'Reilly almost connected for a goal just a few minutes earlier.
We know O'Reilly and Sanderson been sitting down most of the game. They're not going to really sit back here. They want to go out there and try to score.
Definitely fresh legs, and they.
Plus, they don't want to be completely shown up by Jasmine Reeves.
Yep.
We'll see if tonight is the spark for the Breakers moving forward. O'Reilly with Reeves in the box. O'Reilly to her left foot.
Nice
Unger.
step over there by O'Reilly.
Unger able to control the rebound there, make sure it didn't get too far away. Unger did enter play today, 4th in the league in saves. She's made a fairly good amount here tonight.
So a handball called on Portland, so there's a free kick for the Breakers.
Whitehill curls it to the near side. O'Reilly. Sanderson bearing down on Marshall. Played to Shim. Huffman with Long overlapping Byer. Huffman into the box. Sinclair trying to get a shot off as Avant and King defensively there. Avant clears it out. Portland throw-in. These two teams will meet up in Portland on July the 20th. And that'll be the debut, NWSL on ESPN. And then they'll play back here in Boston again in August on the 10th, August 10th. O'Reilly trying to get by Marshall. Here comes McDonald. Jessica McDonald couldn't get a shot off, sliding in there to Washington to make sure that Jessica McDonald didn't have a chance at her 6th goal of the season.
Some nice footwork there. There's been some nice footwork all around tonight, I think. Both sides.
There. Huffman got it to Marshall. Portland's been a player down since late in the first half. Red card was issued to Qatar. O'Reilly.
Here comes her speed.
Angling middle, then going back to the left, a left-footed shot. Trying to maybe surprise Anger with that long-range delivery. Trying to get Anger maybe retreating, turning her back slightly, but she was ready for it. The chip into the box. Nair comes out, stops the shot of Long. Initially that went off of Nair, then Long able to get a foot on it, and then Nair making the actual save.
Another great save. I mean, obviously, offensively, like you said, Reeves is the MVP there, but defensively, Nair's been spectacular tonight.
McDonald, and the save by Nair. Breakers continue to lead 4-1 in the 85th minute. Less than 2 minutes in, they took the lead, haven't looked back. 3-0 lead at halftime. Jasmine Reeves, you see on the screen, number 7, 3 goals and an assist. She's factored into all 4 Boston goals, playing in her 4th game of her career with Boston, coming from Virginia Tech, where she scored 11 goals this past fall.
The Breakers managing their time well these last few minutes.
Foul Boston. I believe a handball called on O'Reilly. Portland coming off the loss against Sky Blue. Danger of dropping 2 in a row and then being off until June the 7th. That's after they won 2 in a row over Houston and Western New York. This would be their first loss on the road this year, 2-0-2, that record. D'Agostino, they ruled that a clean play. Very, very close. Breakers at home this coming Sunday night, wrapping up the 5-game homestand against Washington. And they'll play 1 on the road June 7th at Kansas City, and then be right back here for games against Washington again, and then Seattle on June 19th, which also will be the same day as the U.S. Women's National Team taking on France down in Hartford. So we'll know that some players will be down in that, playing in that one for both sides. That's Thursday, June 19th.
Breakers earn a corner kick here. Looks like D'Agostino's jogging over to take it.
D'Agostino missed last year with a torn ACL. This is the first start of the year she's made here, and by far the most extended play she's seen in a game.
Now someone's down on the Breakers.
Sanderson.
Oh, she's up slowly, though.
She's got back up behind the play, trying to get back into it. McDonald against Washington. Trying to go towards Sinclair as Avant gets it out from the top of the 6. And Sanderson jogging back into the picture here. Seems to be okay. Comes down for McDonald. There's D'Agostino defensively. Into the final couple of minutes of this one. Breakers about to pick up their 2nd win of the season and stop a 4-game losing streak. The other victory coming against Sky Blue. That was a 3-2 win here at Harvard Stadium as Huffman couldn't get a clean shot off. There comes off her line to snag it.
And with if and when, I should say, the Breakers win tonight, they'll jump ahead of Houston in the standings, right?
That would be the case, as Houston at 1-7-1.
Yep.
Breakers would be 2-6-0 and have the 2-point advantage. Sanderson with O'Reilly. O'Reilly from Sanderson. Right-footed shot punched away by Ungerer.
Nice save on Portland's half there.
And perfectly placed it to the right of the flag for a throw-in. And of course, Houston's lone win came here. Comeback against Boston, a 3-2 win. Boston led that game 1-0 and 2-1 before the Dash took the 3-2 victory. It's back on April 20th.
Last 30 seconds of regulation here.
Breakers entered play today with just 7 goals scored on the season. And they put 4 on the board. Meanwhile, Portland had allowed only 6 goals entering play today. So both sides seeing some drastic change in the number. 3 minutes of extra time before this one wraps up. Been all Breakers since the 2-minute mark of this one. Really controlled the first 15 minutes before Portland had any strong offensive chance. First third of the first half. And Jasmine Reeves' goal in the 45th minute made it 3-0, and big difference going into the halftime locker room down 3-0 instead of 2-0 if you were Portland.
Definitely.
It was 4-0 Breakers before Sinclair scored for Portland, her first of the year. So the only maybe negative you can bring out of this for Boston right now is not Alyssa Nair not getting her first clean sheet of the year. She's had efforts this year of 10 saves, 7 saves, 6 saves. I mean, she's done all she could certain points of the season, and finally today being helped out by the offense. Breakers had scored 3 goals in a game. The victory against Sky Blue. Shutout this past Sunday against Kansas City, and then the 1 goal they scored against Chicago on May 18th was a penalty kick goal, so it had been a couple of weeks before they put one in actual gameplay.
And this has been one of their biggest obstacles this season is, you know, getting a lead and keeping it, and then on top of that playing a full 90 minutes, not just 45 minutes, and today they really did. They came together offensively and defensively for 90 minutes. So
definitely gaining a lead and extending on it had been
right.
the problem.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, Coach Sturkin smiling on the sideline for sure.
It'll be interesting to see how the team will come out on Sunday, and what of these changes will stick.
Very interesting, but it's a good problem to have for sure, to know that you have this depth, which I'm sure he knew, but it's good to see. It's good to have faith in, you know, your entire roster. And
yeah, you see the combination of Reeves and Ezerique come up big as Nair grabs it. Heather O'Reilly can't win that battle there against Emily Menges as we wind down in stoppage time. Here comes O'Reilly. And from behind, Huffman took it away. And there's the final whistle. The Breakers pick up their second win of the season. As close to a wire-to-wire win as you can have, as they scored less than 2 minutes in to go up 1-0, led 3-0 at halftime, and without a doubt, your player of the game right there, Jasmine Reeves, scores 3 goals. 3 in a row, 2 in the first half, and then the 4th goal for the team in the second half. Kem Ezerique scored the first one in the second minute for Boston, which was assisted by Jasmine Reeves, so 3 goals and an assist for the rookie from Virginia Tech. The Portland goal was scored by Christine Sinclair in the second half of play. The Breakers snap their 4-game losing streak, now 1-3 on this 5-game homestand, which will wrap up this coming Sunday when the Breakers take on Washington. 6:30 kickoff here at the stadium. Portland will be off until June 7th. Here's that first goal. Jasmine Reeves to Kem Ezerike, and this might be a combination we could see more of in the future.
Yep.
Ezerike, her first professional goal. Another look at it. And again, this was less than 2 minutes in for Boston to get on the board tonight. Second goal of the game came off of an initial stop by Ungerer on a Courtney Jones attempt, but there was Jasmine Reeves to clean it up. Made it 2-0. That was about halfway through the first half of play. And this was in the 45th minute. Reeves taking the feed from Courtney Jones and beating Ungerer up over her right shoulder. And then Reeves added the third one in the second half with a left foot chip into the far post, far side, from where she was on that right side of the box. Portland did get on the board. Christine Sinclair firing that one in from just outside of the box, beating Alyssa Nair. And that was the lone Portland scored tonight. This is a red card we saw in the first half at the end there. Kat Tarr taking down Kem Ezerike. So Kat Tarr, the red card. So Portland played down a player for about the final 45, 50 minutes of this one. So the Breakers, with the changes, it worked out a spark right from the top. And again, the question is going forward, how many of the changes they keep in Sunday's game? It would be hard. It would be hard to believe that O'Reilly, Sanderson, Mewis, Lohman, all, and don't forget, Lisa Devanna will be back active on Sunday as well.
Yeah. So Coach Strickland has some decisions to make, but like I said, it's a good problem to have, to know you have a full roster and the depth to have someone come in and, or in this case, 9 or 10 players come in and come away with a 4-1 win over a very tough Portland team. So, you know, this feels good for the Breakers. Definitely, you can see the smiles on their faces. This is exactly what they needed. You know, the momentum can only go up from here, hopefully.
And this does mark the 1/3 mark of the season. 8 games in, 16 left. So we'll see if the Breakers use this as a chance to turn the corner, as they'll be back in action Sunday against Washington. Portland, with the loss tonight, falls to 4-3-2. Their first loss on the road this year, a 2-1-2 record away from Portland on the year. Goal scorer again, Christine Sinclair in the second half, her first of the season. Portland will be off until June 7th when they play Western New York. Meanwhile, Boston 2-6-0, 2-4-0 at home. And again, we'll take on Washington this coming Sunday, June 1st. It'll be a 6:30 kickoff, and be sure to tune in right here for the broadcast of that one. So that'll about wrap things up for tonight's broadcast. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Catherine Donnelly, I'm Scott Sudikoff. Once again, the final score, the Boston Breakers 4, the Portland Timbers 1. So long from Harvard Stadium.